It's me, it's CGB, and today's video is sponsored by Shadowverse. Shadowverse is a fun anime-themed card game with a depth of strategic gameplay beyond what I expected. The economy is super generous. I was able to make a top-tier deck without putting a dime into the game on day one. All new players get to unlock a copy of every legendary card in the game for a limited time and battle with them. Shadowverse is available to download for free on mobile and PC. And since I can get this on my iPhone, Shadowverse is my game of choice when I am on the go. One of my favorite features about Shadowverse is the practice mode, where I can test my deck against a wide variety of AI opponents before taking it on the ladder to see what happens. The AI play reasonably well enough, and I always feel challenged. Please check out the link in the description to download the game. It would really help me out, and I sincerely do think that many of you will really enjoy Shadowverse. Hello, and welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB, and this, in America, as we know it, is Black Friday. On Black Friday, it is named so. Little trivia, because there are always some people who are like, why is it called Black Friday? That's weird. Well, it's because I play a mono black deck on Black Friday. That is why it's called Black Friday, everybody. Has been for probably 100 years or so. But really, it's because it's the time of the year when corporations' profits go from in the red to into the black, because it's very expensive to run a retail operation. I ran a retail operation I ran somebody else's retail operation for about 6 years, and then ran my own now for 11 years, so I know this very well. It costs a lot of money. It's very hard to make money in retail, but on the Friday after Thanksgiving, when all the customers come spend that sweet, sweet holiday cash to buy things for each other in a lovely outpouring of capitalistic happiness, corporations like mine can actually say they make a profit if they have a good Black Friday. So today, in celebration of Black Friday, we're playing a mono black sacrifice deck. I got this deck from the Twitch Rivals tournament, the top 8, and the only change I made was pulling out 3 drill bits to add 3 disfigures. My theory is that the arena meta is always aggressive. It always errs on the side of creatures, and in best of 1, you just have to have something to break serve when you're on the draw. Otherwise, the person with a nice curve on the play always beats the person with a nice curve on the draw. So drill bit doesn't really do that. Disfigure does that. So that's the only real change I made. I love playing a mono black style of deck. This cat oven business I could do without, but the glory of cat oven Midnight Reaper is pretty exciting, so I'm happy to play that. And after yesterday's really fun food deck, I guess a little more cooked cat will be on the menu, at least for one more day. So let's dive right in. And as we're about to let the absolute mono black Black Friday nonsense begin, just a quick word. It is fourth quarter. I talked about my business. The site is hauntedflower.com. You can use a promo code CGB there on the site to get 10% off. We have Magic the Gathering apparel. There are some cool hoodies. If you haven't checked it out in a while, you might want to go have another look. We got some new Magic the Gathering items that would make really great gifts, and I think you would really enjoy. They're unique. I don't see them other places, so I think you'll really like it. Went through a lot of work licensing and ordering and stocking and preparing the site for possibly a customer like you. I hope you see it, share it with your loved ones who want to buy you a gift, and that would really help me out. Also, CoolstuffInc.com. They sell Magic the Gathering supplies, singles, like all the things you can need to actually play the game, as well as other board games and really fun things. They sponsor the channel. They give me money so I can spend like full time on making content for you. That's a really good thing. If you use Cool Stuff Inc., there's a link in the description you should click to let them know where you came from. And the promo code there is CGB5 for 5% off your order. And thank you for listening to my spiel. I'm going to have to do it a lot during the holidays, just so you know, because it is that crucial time of year for retailers like myself, like hauntedflower.com, like coolstuffinc.com. And thank you for listening, and let's dive in now and let the mono black Black Friday nonsense begin. Woot, here we go. We'll see if this disfigure helps or hurts me right from the get-go, because we got it in the open hand. Got our bones. Let's send a message straight off. Here comes a Temple of Mystery. Look at your top card. Put it on the bottom. Lovely. It's not a Gilded Goose. Maybe the opponent will send us a Gilded Goose to disfigure this turn. Sounds so mean. No follow-up. Interesting. Bada bones. And here's Midnight Reaper. So the opponent keeps a hand that doesn't do anything till turn 3. And the only way that I would have done that with Simic before is if the turn 3 was Oko. But Oko is banned. Risen Reef. Alright, I'm going to enjoy disfiguring you. Cauldron Familiar off the top. We'll play second Midnight Reaper. Just do this right away. And dial up the pressure. Send in the damage. If we find the oven, we can kind of burn the opponent out from here. 2 Reapers can see a lot of cards. Here's a Leafkin Druid, say go. Ooh, it's just Swift End is an appropriate title here, as the creatures will get in there and the cat will do the final damage. Opponent didn't get their elemental deck rolling, and that's why you can't keep hands that don't do anything till turn 3. Disfigure, Oven, Priest. Alright. We're gonna need some fodder for the Priest. Feeling a lack of fodder. But I think the hand is worth a shot. Midnight Reaper is here, along with the Oven. That's a card draw engine. And the opponent shows that they also know how this works. I was tempted to hold the Oven in case we want to disfigure a goose or something, but I have no idea what the opponent's going to play. And since they played nothing, I'm very happy I got this out. Here's my Priest. See if we can get our opponent to panic and do something about it. Fabled Passage. What do you get? Probably black. Jund and green-black are the ones I've seen the most of when it comes to the cat oven decks lately. Rakdos is, of course, a thing. This looks like a Swift Rider. Well, I should have attacked first. Alright, they're going to let me attack first. But if they are doing a Swift Rider, what's the target? So we could let our opponent take 2. But then we can also sacrifice to have a food around and deny them the zombie. I can't believe they let this resolve if this was the play. That was why I was saying I should have attacked first, because... yeah, anyway. Now they don't get their Murderous Rider, and we get a food, and we draw a card. And no plays. Well, they... so last time they did this, like if they have another Murderous Rider, I'll just play another Midnight Reaper here. Alright, they have no plays. Tough sledding for our opponents so far. They've been stuck on 3 lands and they've had expensive spells in their hand, but that's why we add inexpensive spells to our decks, like Disfigure and keep the curves low. Mana curves matter a lot. Decks are, of course, subject to bad draws. It happens. But in this case, you've got to expect that their hand is full of really overpriced things. Here's a goose. We can gain a little life. I think that's certainly a disfigure-worthy card, though. Not let the opponent get any blocking done. And they didn't sack their goose to their oven. Alright, let's go. They did eat this food. Didn't know how to make that play. Down to 3. Let's draw a card. Costs us some life, but might have been a playable way to keep pressure on. Instead, it's an Ayara, but that Ayara is pretty sweet. Goose is loose once again, but we will cook that goose as swiftly as it can be cast. And that will do it. Game over, man. It's been easy so far, too easy. We'll see if Floriano is up to the challenge of the mono black. Tranquil Cove. Oh boy, looks like control. We get to start with an oven. We get to follow with a Fenlurker. We have a Midnight Reaper. Whether or not we want to resolve a priest against a control deck, probably not really. I think it's much better to attack the hand. They want to hit all of their land drops. They want to have the right interaction at the right times. Fenlurkers are good against that, and you see we exile a Time Wipe, which will surely be helpful some point. And now the opponent's like, hey, I have Absorb. Let's see, do you have Absorb? Midnight Reaper is the worst card to get absorbed here. But if they have Absorb, we have to remove it from their hand somehow. I think I'm going to send out Priest of the Forgotten Bait. And it is Absorb, okay? Like I said, we gotta get rid of it somehow. We really want Midnight Reaper on the battlefield. And this hand is not applying nearly enough pressure. I don't think we have a realistic chance in this game. We have to keep trying to cast our spells. Yay, it resolved. We knew our opponent probably wanted a Chemister's Insight there, and now we have something on the board that can gain us a little card advantage. The opponent probably has another Time Wipe, or I don't think they would have discarded the one they discarded. Okay. The Oven. Deputy of Detention in this deck is interesting. It's not something I really like very much. It just eats up removal, and we're going to put that to the test right here, right now. Does the opponent have Dovin's Veto up their sleeve as well? Brazen Borrower. Okay, bounce your Midnight Reaper. Still get this to resolve. We'll have to resolve the Midnight Reaper again, which might be a challenge, but we've got some creatures, we've got an oven. We don't have a cat. And without a cat, the oven isn't exactly doing much. Shock go. Alright. Well, the opponent knows about the Reaper, but we could try putting out Gutter Bones first and see what the opponent thinks of that. Jeez. Alright. You did that. So we'll send the Priest because it plays around Quench right here. It is not great if the opponent has that Time Wipe now. But it's also not the end of the world. Gutter Bones we might eventually be able to get back. Okay, another Insight. Yeah, this game is going extremely poorly. They have all the time in the world to do anything they want to do. There's the Sweeper. Give them the hand. But they're tapped pretty low. Yeah, they don't have anything up but Mystical Dispute, and that won't apply to me. We draw another land. It can let us at least get 2 things onto the battlefield and try to keep pressure on. But the opponent's still at 20, by God. I mean, do you just cast a 7/7 here? Probably not. I think casting it would be pretty greedy, but I am down to 1 card. There might be a guesstimate that I can't do anything, but no. Draw go. Draw go is the way of the people. Return the Gutter Bones. Play the Gutter Bones. Oven the Gutter Bones. Draw a card. Yeah. Return the Gutter Bones. Play the Gutter Bones. Just get a little value. We gotta hang in there with all of these Chemister's Insights, by God. There's so many of them. On end step, more inciting. Discarding Dovin's Veto. Respecting the creature density. And casting out the Borrower, so the opponent's gonna get aggro on me. But Borrower can't block my ground creatures. Now the giant comes to play. There must be another Dovin's veto. How do we manage this? Well, we definitely play a Yaira. Maybe the opponent will... what could they... It's got to be a veto, right? Still, holding back won't help. All right, let's go for a rider. Should have played the land to play around Quench. Mistake. Okay. Sure. Could have sacrificed something in response, but here, pretty happy about that. Let's get in there. Drop the opponent to 7. I'm going to keep drawing cards here with the Gutter Bones and use my extra mana to get the Gutter Bones back. It gives me 1 less threat. Oh, that's what we needed. Never mind, Gutter Bones can take a break. It's cat time. We finally put together Cat Oven. Yep, here comes the sweeps. Nope, these are not the sweeps. There must be a counter. So probably the best thing we can do is try to run the Gutter Bones option and not expose a Yara until we have to. Let's turn our critters sideways. Opponent might be making 1/1s to block with. That I can definitely live with. It's the block. Midnight Reaper probably, just save some damage. Down to 4. Get back Gutter Bones. Now, the opponent has a Chemisters. Let's make them use a counterspell if they have one on a Yara. They know it's here. If it doesn't get countered, the payoff is so good. Plus, they have to wait another turn to play a Chemister's Insight. Mystical Dispute. I'll pay. Sweet. Do this now. No, we don't have to do this now. 1, 2. It's so close. But if the opponent gives us a way for our Cauldron Familiar to die, we can get him. Here comes the attack. The music is cut out. Game took too long. And that's the scoop after the one last brazen punch to the face. That is a thick borrower. Wow, 2-drop City. Alright, I'm going to try it for the priest. There's a lot of fodder here. So, what you got in those sleeves? Gruel? Ah, no, the innkeeper. Alright, well. It's tempting to just start hitting their hand or just to get a Death Toucher on the field. Let's start hitting their hand. We're going to get absolutely wrecked by the innkeeper here. But if they have a Bone Crusher Giant, maybe they can fire it off on this Fen Lurker, leaving the priest untouched. Hey, exiled an adventure card. It's like a 2-for-1. A Love-Struck Beast of all things. Where's my Disfigure? Where's my Disfigure? Who needs it now? Now! Alright, let's get Priest online. The opponent wants to play this Beast next turn, so maybe we can take them off that a little bit. We don't want to trade any of our cards. That sucks. Alright. Don't think we can win this game now, but I'll keep trying. The opponent has a value engine I can't interact with, so... So, this is an interesting offer. And I'm going to take it. The idea is if I draw a Disfigure or a Murderous Rider and get rid of this Edgewall Innkeeper, this beast might not be able to attack for a while. And not having to worry about it would have been nice. Alright, here's some dorks. Opponent will definitely slam their adventure creature now. I hate watching this. I hate this so much. There's nothing worse in the world than watching your opponent rip a million extra cards while you do lame things. Ayara. You're late, but we'll give it a try, because you can draw cards. And drawing cards is our best chance to get out of this mess. The opponent's going to be drawing like 3 cards a turn, though, for the foreseeable future, maybe more. Bone Crush your Orzhov Enforcer. Alright. It's pretty aggressive. But I guess you can't Bone Crush this. And yeah, the opponent wants to hit me with the Beastie. And now they want to play their Bone Crush. Come on, man. Come on, rude boy. Alright, take that hit. Yep. Alright, sweet. A way to draw cards. We did it, chat. We did it, team. It's a non-token, so I don't even want to block with this. We may as well send a message. Here comes something. So we definitely want more cards. So we'll put the Fenlurker in front of the Beast. We'll sacrifice the Fenlurker. If the opponent has a Bone Crusher Giant, this is a bit of a problem. This is a big problem, because now our Oven isn't here to keep the Giant from coming out. So if I were the opponent, I wouldn't have even tried to Bone Crush targeting something, because it ended up going to the graveyard because I sacked the target to my Oven. I would have just cast the Giant. You draw 2 cards off it. It's insane. So good. All right. Can we claw out of this? The opponent seems to have run dry on adventure. We get to untap with this priest. We can't say we're in too bad of a spot. Wow. Come and get it. Cleave. Cleave is a lot. 7/7. It's a problem. So when this dies, I go to 14. This is 7/7. Am I dead? I think I have to let this Orzhov Enforcer absorb this damage to have a shot. Yeah, not quite dead. Oh. Okay. Well, I could disfigure this to take less damage, but I think the play is to hit this Innkeeper. I may as well do it now. We need a way to hit one more Innkeeper and then kill the Beast. We need one more Disfigure. Do I want to use this Oven? No. Like, I could Oven this Midnight Reaper. Just to get the card. Get more looks at the card that I need. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Down to 1? For God's sakes. Alright, so to sacrifice these two, make the opponent sacrifice their Edgewall Innkeeper, draw the card. Now I have 1, 2, I got the extra land. So I was trying to figure out whether or not I play the Cauldron Familiar. At the end of this, I absolutely need to have mana available to eat food, so I don't die to a Bone Crusher Giant. So, this is 6, 7, 8. This is 6 combined, so I can play the Cauldron Familiar. Sacrifice the Cauldron Familiar. Kill that. Eat this food. Get off that super low life total. Pass the turn. That went really... What an absurdly fortunate sequence of draws. The universe, like, came back to love me after it seemed to hate me so deeply. But we're not out of the woods yet. This Embercleave is a real problem. Do I bring this back now? Yeah. because we have an oven to use. Sorry. Asking ridiculous questions down the stretch. But I think we can just get him dead. So close. But we can't lose to this Embercleave on the backswing. So if I attack with Cavalier of Night and then sacrifice Cavalier of Night, what can we get back? A Yara? That is excellent. Alright, let's start here. If the opponent double blocked, how bad would that be for me? Pretty bad, right? So let's attack with the cat as well. Try to tempt them out of that. And yeah, they got out of it. So, hit. Bring the cat back. We don't mind the opponent giving us another activation of our cat when we have more food than oven. Target your face. Get back a Yara. Drain. Take 2. Sacrifice a creature. Bring back the cat. Do it again. Lots of mana and a lot of life to spare all of a sudden after being all the way down to 2 and looking really Embercleave dead. We're gonna pull this off. Oh my gosh. Cat, oven, keep. I even have a disfigure. Keep the opponent from running me over while I'm just annoying them to death. Meow. Have a kitty. Plains. Fairy Guide Mother. Sure. Here comes a cat. Very aggressive feline. Here's a backup cat. I'm not interested in disfiguring this Guide Mother yet. I think we can wait for something a little better. Or a better time might be the right way to put it. We are going to need land. You coming at me? Yep. Guide Mother says, let's put on pressure. Tithe Taker. Ooh, that needs to be disfigured. Because that interferes with our ability to cat oven on the opponent's turn. And actually very useful in this meta. Wow. Okay, first we're going to see if our opponent respects the cat. Oh, nice. Okay. No need to disfigure here, but the opponent might be going for some Sephara nonsense. We'll have to keep that in mind. Second oven, your turn. We're in a good position to race. A swamp off the top, a Yara with this is a lot of damage. Let's see what the opponent has. Hello. Probably need to disfigure that, homeboy. Opponent gave lifelink to the Guide Mother. Okay. So it's going to be really hard to kill the Gideon with cats. It's probably just not going to happen. Alright. Click, click. Slap, slap, cats, cats. It's ironic that the same week I made a meta update video called Stop with the Cats, I end up doing all these cat things. But now we draw the swamp. We can let Gideon go for one more turn. He's not a huge threat. We can block him. The thing is, you can't let him -6. And since I can only disfigure on my opponent's turn, I can't stop him from -6ing. I'm actually giving up a good amount of damage if I don't do this. But, alright. Let's go. Let's kill Gideon now. Let's kill Gideon now. Sure. Yeah, I believe in you too. Let's use... There's no reason not to use an oven chump block to keep Gideon from doing anything. We're slow rolling the disfigures because we absolutely positively for sure want the opponent to think until the last possible moment that they'll have a Gideon next turn. And it may inform what they play. It may also keep them from casting another Gideon. Loyal Pegasus. Sure. What else you got? Raise the alarm, main phase. Okay, the board is getting messy. Conclave Tribunal. See what you target. One of the ovens. Makes sense. Too bad. We did miss out on a lot of damage making this play. I feel like we had to, though. Alright, if we bring this back now... Yeah, if we bring this back now, we do get a point of damage. And after all, beating the opponent to death is what we're going for. Down to 10. What's your last card? Needs to be a good one. They're touching the creatures. Is it a Loxodon? It is. Alright. I don't think that's good enough. I mean, it's a lot of power. We'll see. We'll see. It definitely makes the race more interesting, but I don't know if it's good enough. I would have attacked with the Guide Mother, probably, and made a 1/1 to pump, just to keep the damage going, but maybe it makes more sense to make a flyer bigger. Wow. Drain, drain, drain. Alright. Here's my gutter bones. The 2/3 body can hold off some of these creatures, so we're not going to tap to draw a card yet. This Death Touch can hold off the Venerated Loxodon, which is good. So we can pass turn now and just kind of wall up and try to burn the opponent out, if you want to call it that. Off the top, they need a pretty they need another pump. They need an Unbreakable Formation, a Heraldic Banner. They need something with some serious pizzazz here. The Flyers get busy. We could make a 1/1 to jump up there and block. I don't think that's necessary at 27, but we can also make a 1/1 to attack if they don't cast another flying creature. And getting an extra point of damage could mean something. All right. So yeah, we'll sacrifice you, make the flyer. Cat the oven, oven the cat. Cook it up. We got a Black Friday deal. All of the Cauldron Familiar you can handle. Get your cats, get all your cats. Don't stop getting cats. Keep getting cats. Opponent F6s by making the creature. That's a Magic, old Magic Online reference to, like, do what you're gonna do. Opponent with a good game, a sporting one. Happy Black Friday. May you get some awesome deals at your local Best Buy or wherever you go shopping, opponent. Double oven, no cat. I'm keeping. We can go Gutter Bones into Priest, maybe into Reaper, which applies pressure from the Priest angle. If the opponent can't handle that, maybe we draw the cat. Butter Bones, ready to do Gutter Bones things. All right. Get him. No shock. There might be a Bone Crusher Giant. You know, And I shouldn't be in a rush. Blue-red right now is like an is it flash type thing. And they have plenty of ways to kill a priest. I should get out an oven. That way a Bone Crusher Giant is countered effectively. And then a Gutter Bones to apply more pressure, rather than go straight to Priest Town. Okay, it's like that, y'all. Stupid fires. Really hard to beat fires. We draw Fenlurker and no land. All right, lose a card. This is very weak. This is the first time we're significantly missing land drops here, and I think it's just going to bury us. It feels bad. I'll put it that way. Kenrith, yeah, get out of there. Huh. Okay, maybe our opponent's also going to miss a land and make this a sport. They're being sporting here. I don't know if or when I'm ever going to use a priest, so I'll get the Death Toucher down. At least if they Clarion that as well, I get a 1/1. Don't you get to draw land when I can't. That's not very nice. Okay, that's enough of this game. Let's try it. Let's go. It's a nice curve. Nothing to do with Cat Oven or Midnight Reaper, which bothers me a little. But hopefully we can get into that. We'll need a little more fodder. Gutter Bones. I don't want to sacrifice an Iyara to use a priest, for example. Black-red. Yeah, no blocks here. You have a Bone Crusher Giant. Priest is testing you. Think you do. Alright, I'm attacking. No instant speed effects. Here's Iyara. So I like attacking with the priest there. I mean, there's no way I want to sacrifice this, even if it's targeted, I don't think. I don't want to give up my board position. And here's the Mayhem Devil, so it'll have to do. Goodbye to Butterbones. Second Priest. First Priest activate. So this is going to cause some triggers. So we're going to lose our other Priest. Oh, this is really bad, actually. But there's no other way to kill it, so we just have to do it. I'm gonna feel this. It's gonna make me sad. We'll draw another card when the opponent targets the priest with the Iyara. So at least we break even on cards, but our whole board is decimated down to just an Iyara. Oh. Huh. They're targeting me. You're targeting me? I'm stunned. All right, well then. Return of the Gutter Bones. They must have a sweeper? All the way down to 8, by the way. If you don't have a sweeper, I don't think you knew the power of your own devil. But you see why so many decks go Rakdos just to splash Mayhem Devil. It actually plays so well with this core. So well with this group. But is Mayhem Devil better than Iyara? That's the question. A triple black card and a card that uses red don't really play well together. And I honestly think the Devil is better. But Iyara's so great. So cool in this deck. And man, sometimes that mana is just hard to get right. Son of a... Really? Really? Okay, you claimed it. Can't sacrifice it to yourself. She doesn't eat herself. It's another black creature. You can sacrifice the Mayhem Devil and deal 1 to the Gutter Bones and draw a card. Looks like our opponent found that line. Second Ayayara. And then they scooped. Okay. We are getting that 7th win. I can feel it. A cat and I'd really be feeling it. Hello. Oh no, it's a cat. Alright. Come on, Butterbones. Too many land. There's so many land already. It's not good. Oh no! Not like this. Not like this! That's too much damage. That's too much land. Holy crap. Who knew we were going to top deck 2 straight lands like that? Alright. So the opponent can do the sack chain. I have to just hold this back to absorb the hit from the cat so that the cat, you know, can't charge into me. It feels bad, but this is gonna be slow and painful. And some of you are gonna be like, well, that's what you get, CGB. If the opponent plays a Mayhem Devil, or if they play a Midnight Reaper, though, I'm warning you right now, I'm just conceding. There's no point. There's no point to playing it out from there. They kept the cat in the yard. Alright, that's enough of that. Last game. Last game. What will happen? They made me take it all the way to the wire. We've definitely run up against some draws where I got... Let's see, you saw it. You saw it. I got mana screwed. I ran into a god draw and I flooded. You get 1 flooded, 1 mana screw an event. The rest you just have to win. So let's do it. Tabled Passage. Have you met my cat? Plains. Velan Jeskai. Esper. Scrabbling. Interesting. Well, something new is cooking. So I'm going to get the oven down because I can't take the risk that the opponent will kill my Cauldron Familiar and have me unable to bring it back. If they just target my Cauldron Familiar and I throw it into the oven, I can sacrifice the food token in response to the claws to bring it back. But the opponent can also just hold the claws until I let the guard down. So it does keep this kind of paralyzed in the graveyard until I have another card in the graveyard or the opponent doesn't have a land. All right. They've got a good draw. Bounce the oven. Sure. Can't stop the opponent from drawing a card if they're bouncing the oven. So this is Dance of the Mance? Might be a Kaya's Wrath approaching. I think we check our opponent for that. Make him have it. Playing around this card is going to be a headache. If we want this final victory here, we've got to earn it. There's the Oath. So we can prevent the damage by doing this. And then we'll see if the opponent knows how the claws work. Let's see, they activate it here. They can get this exiled now. All right, and they are doing it now, which is good and smart. It's still the right thing, though, to use the oven. Now we have a food on the battlefield. It's going to be hard to get the next cat. Here's a Yark's Fenlurker. Let's get a card out of the opponent's hand. Hollowed Fountain, nothing to be excited about. We don't have a use for the mana here, but I'm going to hold up the priest activation. I guess we could activate Castle Lockwayne with the mana. Really need a Midnight Reaper. Really, really needs it. Love the claws. If you use them just right, it might be, I mean, there's a Doom Foretold. Okay. Well, that means I do not really want to use my priest right now, I think. Or do I? If I try to bring back the cat, the opponent can, let's see. Opponent can use claws in response, but I can sacrifice the other food. So let's see if we can get our opponent. Let's see if we can get our opponent to mess up with the claws. Or if I'm the one who's messing up, but I think I can do this. Like, they target here with the claws. And I go like this. And now they have to sacrifice the claws. So we get rid of the claws. We're down cats. We are down cats. It's not great. And the opponent can get them back, but we got rid of the claws. Claws are gone. Bye-bye, Fenlurker. There's an Enforcer. That can buy me a little more time. This is going really bad. Those claws are amazingly hard to deal with. Let's see if the opponent has a follow-up here for the Doom Foretold. No, please stop. Please stop. All right, munchies. And they have a globe. Ugh. I'm getting worked. I like the new Scrabbling Claws technology a lot. If I lose this game, I'm happy. I'm pretty happy about it, to be honest. But I'd like to draw some good cards. I would really, really like to draw good cards. Good cards make me happy. These cards don't make me very happy. They're depressing me. You're late. Like, you would have been awesome. And we're about to lose the oven. Another one. So good. Somebody just broke Esper, everyone. They broke the Esper deck. Alright, that's our last non-token permanent. But now I feel like I've got to play more out. Because I don't want to discard these. So if I sacrifice the Murderous Rider, I get to draw a card. Rude. Just getting decimated. Ugh. You're gonna watch my slow, horrible death. No, you're not. I'm out. And you'll definitely see from this video, I believe in knowing when to quit. And normally I just cut those games because I get sick of people in comments telling me not to quit and play it out. But it's my time, and it's your time. And I am certainly entitled to quit if I feel I should quit. You guys want to see a pack? Boom, Black Friday deal, 20 gems. Killing it. Happy Black Friday to all of you. I enjoy the Mono Black Sacrifice deck quite a bit, but I'm kind of inspired by Esper with Scrabbling Claws, something I haven't really messed with before, so I'm going to go try that out. Thank you for watching this video. As always, I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.